John Roger. O-line and offensive coordinator Coach Andre Bennett. Defensive back and defensive coordinator Coach Paul Wilson. Linebacker Coach Corey Knight. Wide receiver Coach Tyrese Wolf. Kicking coaches Coach Brent Kennedy. Assistant coaches Coach Mike Baldwin, Larry Carter, Coach Joe Johnson, Coach Jalen Woodard, and Coach Jordan Carter. Once again, on behalf of our Superintendent Dr. Troy Holloway and our athletic director, Coach James Lewis, and our head principal here at Vicksburg High School, Dr. Victoria Allen, and her assistant, Mr. Kevin Neal, Ms. Krista Cole, and Ms. Stacy Bond, our assistant. We welcome you to Vicksburg High School. Once again, we want to thank Amazing Grace, the owners, Tabitha and Anthony Collins, for being so gracious as to provide 2 meals for Gators. We want to thank the Laybacks and Rose Rain for assisting us. Tonight, our regular coaches, Jamie Cooper as well, along with our assistant Eddie Howard. And our cheer coach tonight is Ariel Patton. Hospital stars tonight, number 1, Corey Knight, the running back. Number 3, Marquise Knight, the wide receiver. Jacoby Smith, the wide receiver. Tight end, Thomas Hardeman, and also quarterback, Michael Maxey. The tight end, number 11, Jaden Lewis. O-line for tonight, number 53 is Ashton Gray. Number 57 is Darius Stamps. Number 63 is Willie Edmond. Number 7, Michael Jones. Number 72 is Sean Archer. That's our possible offensive starters for the night contest. Defensive starters, possible defensive starters, Mitchell Minor, and DB Wallace Curry, who's injured tonight, will not be started.
Hello, folks. We are here live at Memorial Stadium, right here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, on the campus of Vicksburg High School, as the Terry Bulldogs are in town to take on the Vicksburg Gators. Hi, everybody. I'm Trellis Williams, right here with me. Coach Tony Kimball, our color analyst here on Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW network. This week, the Bulldogs 3-0, trying to defend their undefeated record as they take on the winless Vicksburg Gators. But this Gators team's hungry.
Right, absolutely. You can kind of see that in the pregame, how involved they were, the noise they were making, just hoping that they do something with that noise.
Yes, and so the Bulldogs last week got a win over Callaway at home. It was a close game, 13-12. They went down 12-0 at halftime, stormed back into the ball game to win 13-12. And I mean, Coach, what did the Bulldogs get from that game going into this week?
How to handle adversity. It happens when you're at practice, the preseason.
Yeah.
But when you actually have a game situation like they had last week, this is something that you can build on as a team. This is something that's going to touch every part of the program. It's going to touch the coaches, the players, and even the fans too. So that was a great win for them, and there's something to propel them forward.
Yeah, and so last week, our South Point Center player of the game would be number 14, Braden Gibson, with those 2 big touchdown receptions.
Right, absolutely. That particular play where he scored on, again, I said it the other night, that is a highlight film that's going to get him a scholarship. I think he broke like 3 or 4 tackles, taking a screen pass on the right hash and made a score. That's what you want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Bulldogs now go into this week taking on Vicksburg. They are head up by Christopher Lacey as their head coach for their ball club in his 2nd season at the helm. I was talking to him a little bit this week, and what he was saying is that he just wants his team to get back to the basics. You know, they're winless right now, 0-3, losing some games that are uncharacteristic of them, like, for instance, to Forest Hill and teams like that. But they want to bounce back here tonight.
Right, so I guess that's the thing you start with. You always talk about fundamentals. You kind of find out what's leaking, and you try to fix that first before you make a big judgment on things. So I can concur with him by saying we're going back to the basics. Basically, the basics is blocking and tackling. That's just what it is. So you want to go back and hit those important points of the game.
So Vicksburg and Terry, it is their 5th time ever taking on each other. And Vicksburg has won all 4 matchups before this one. So you know Terry's wanting to get this win.
Right.
Last season, these two teams faced off at Bulldog Field. The Bulldogs led the game by a score of 20-6 before Vicksburg hustled back into the ball game and won 26-20. How does all that feature into how hungry this Bulldogs team is to get this win over Vicksburg?
Right, so you want to have that as a reminder all week. This is what happened. And really you can kind of focus in on finishing. Where you had them in the perfect position to win last year. You have some of those players that played last year that's on this team this year, and they have that feeling of, we had them, we're in the same situation. So that's poster material for Terry football. So it's all about finishing. So I'm pretty sure Coach Dick Penn and the coaching staff just harped on making sure that you finish the game.
Of course, the Terry Bulldogs are head coached by Chris Dick Penn in his 5th season as head coach of the Terry Bulldogs. Talking to him this week at the show, the South 78 Football Show, which is on the TSJW Network YouTube channel, he was telling us that just talking about his quarterback, Brady Busby, he threw 3 interceptions there in that first half, and his team, they were snapping, having snaps over the heads and everything like that. But he just said that he had a talk with them at halftime, and the guys were able to get back and be ready to come back in that game and get that win. How does overcoming challenges like that help this team moving forward in this season?
Right, it's good it's happening early in the year. You don't want that to happen in the region games. It can happen whether it hurts you or benefits you. You want it to benefit you. You make those corrections, and that happens. So you just move forward.
For sure. And, folks, that is our pregame show brought to you by Buford Plumbing and Heating. We will step aside and be back as Vicksburg and Terry face off right here at Memorial Stadium.
The officials tonight, who we give their names, are individuals who are assigned to administer the rules of the game according to the National Federation rules. Their experience and integrity qualify them for their part in this friendly interscholastic contest between Terry High School and Vicksburg High School. This attitude of sportsmanship should be reflected by all spectators, no matter what their personal feeling or loyalty may be to one team or the other in tonight's contest. The game manager meeting conference has taken place with administrative coaches and officials to emphasize good sportsmanship. Remember, sportsmanship begins long before the contest starts and lasts long after the contest is over. Once again, our color guard tonight is white guard Lieutenant Colonel Cody Harris, American Flag Cadet Captain Malachi Jones, State Flag Cadet Sergeant First Class Naylor Hinton, and our left guard Cadet Sergeant Major Lamar Brown. And our teaching program here at Vicksburg High School is under the two regional guidance from Lieutenant Colonel Matthews and Master Sergeant Chenard. At this time, we have to stand and move on here with a play of honor of our national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night here in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Memorial Stadium. We welcome all the Vicksburg alumni, former football players, students. Here in Memorial Stadium, playing we chose this field. Friday night in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Terry Bulldogs is now to face our Vicksburg Gators.
Just a moment ago, we wrapped up our Buford Plumbing and Heating pregame show. Buford Plumbing offers services in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Comprised of specialists ranging from industrial, mechanical, engineering, and sales backgrounds, Buford Plumbing is recognized as a progressive company, employing some of the most talented and experienced leaders in the industry. Buford Plumbing brings you this pregame show. The Bulldogs are being represented and introduced to the fans here at Memorial Stadium. We got a few Bulldog fans that are here traveling with the Terry Bulldogs. The Bulldogs in the all-white, white jerseys, white pants, and white helmets. Their helmets, of course, have the inscription in cursive Terry on the helmets. Now looking at the other side, we got Vicksburg on the other side. Going to be introduced to the fans, the Gators fans here tonight. Not a whole lot of them, but there are people still rolling in here to Memorial Stadium. The Gators have green uniforms with the green helmets and the white pants. The cheerleaders with the Gators. Each letter of the flag on there now. And at center field, we've got the Bulldogs captains and the Gators captains meeting at half field to do the coin flip, and we will see who will start off with this ball. Gators are introduced to the fans now. Vicksburg Gators winless so far, but they are looking to get a big win here tonight at home against the Terry Bulldogs. Just about to get started right here from Memorial Stadium at James E. Sturgis Field. The Bulldogs and the Gators right here on the TSJW Network.
And number one, Pregame, Glory Night. Back here you can see the Kickoff. One with number 16, Middle Wisconsin. And number 8, the main game. Good ball. Well, good and good though. Number 44. That kick right there is step number 1, the Glory Night. All right, Gators fans, on your feet for the kickoff.
And this football will be kicked off by the Bulldogs, and the Gators are back to receive. And we've got a whistle blown dead already as we begin this ball game. I'm Trellis Williams. Right here joined with me is Coach Tony Kimball. He's our color analyst here today. And the Bulldogs will have to re-kick it. The Vicksburg Gators are headed up by head coach Chris Lacey in his second year as head coach of this Gators program. He has a 7-7 record overall, 7-4 last year, 0-3 so far for this season. Football will be kicked off by Derek Howard Jr. Back to receive is Vicksburg, and they are on the move. This is number 16 for the Gators. He's getting wrapped up and pulled down at the 24-yard line. And so he's not able to get too much there on that play.
So definitely the defense, the kickoff team definitely covered that really well right there. You saw all white on that green, so tonight we'll be able to identify a lot of players very quickly tonight. So the various in colors.
So the return to the 23-yard line was made by Nick Carson. Now in the shotgun is Jamichael Maxey. Maxey on the pass over to the side. It's complete. And it'll be pulled down right there at the 29. A 6-yard gain for Vicksburg on their first play, bringing up a 2nd down and 4.
And it looks like Vicksburg is trying to get the ball to the outside. It's, kind of what happened last week with Callaway trying to get the ball to the outside right there. Maybe they're seeing something in the defense. But again, Terry swarmed to the football and made a pretty good tackle on that play.
Thomas Harmon gets a look early from Maxey on that complete pass. He was the one who received it. Now on the shotgun is Maxey. Maxey on the handoff there. He hands it off to his man, Corey Knight Jr., who will get the first down as he goes down at the 36-yard line. So nice gain of 7 for Vicksburg, and they're able to get a quick first down here.
Right, so they're trying to mix it up a little bit. Again, they're just trying to get the ball to the outside right there. They went outside right first play right there. And then on the second play, what they did was just ran out what I call an outside zone to the defensive right there, and back into the hash.
Ball at the 36-yard line for the Gators. They've got one receiver out right and one receiver out left. And to his immediate left is senior running back Corey Knight Jr. And now back to throws Maxey. Maxey steps into his throw. It's high and incomplete. And good coverage there by number 6, Micah Shepard. And Coach Thigpen was highlighting him this week at the South 78 show, just talking about how he doesn't get a whole lot of recognition, but he got 2 interceptions last week against Callaway.
Right, absolutely. So then he was in the right position to make the play right there. What they did was they ran a post with 2 outs, and what they were just trying to do is trying to get underneath the defensive back right there, but they were unsuccessful.
Gators, Maxey hands it off. Knight swarms, taken down for a loss. Ball now at the 35, loses a yard there. Now 3rd down and 11.
Right, so that's not the play for them tonight, but what they try to do is run up the middle, a gap run right there. But again, number 99 for Terry definitely came in and made that tackle.
Knotted up at 0, just over 10 minutes to play in the opening period. Ball at the 35-yard line. Big 3rd down and long for the Gators. Maxey. Oh, and the snap came when he didn't expect it. Maxey's going to have to jump on top of it, and he does for a huge loss to the 14-yard line. The Bulldogs complete the stop.
Right, it's not wet tonight, so they just Vicksburg made a mistake right here, and they know just to punt the ball right here. But good play by the defense by getting back there and surrounding quarterback.
4th and 32 for the Gators, and they will certainly have to punt this football away.
I'm interested to see how far this punter from Vicksburg is going to get the ball back.
As is Gonzalez punting this one away, I do believe. Return now by Glendarius Ford. He's able to get around the edge, tries to fake another person out, and he's taken down at the 39-yard line, but in Gator territory. Good field position for the first Bulldog possession.
Good job fielding the ball right there. There's just some extra, the field turnover right there. That was a good job right there. So instead of letting it roll back to past the 50, now, like you said, Charles, we're in good field position.
And the Bulldogs have the football at the 38-yard line, and that'll bring us to our keys to the game. Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Tonight, when we look at our keys to the game, first we want to make sure that we have explosive plays on defense, and we actually had one right there. On offense, we want to make sure that we get the ball in the end zone. When we look at minimizing our mistakes, when we minimize our mistakes, it may not be perfect, but we're able to get in good position.
And the run there from Timothy Jackson. And he's able to get maybe a yard on the play. So 2nd down and 9. Ball will be at the 37.
Yeah, so defense did a good offense did a good job of moving the ball forward. We want to just have positive gains tonight, and that's what happened.
Trips to the right, one to the left. Busby in the shotgun, and Busby will fake the handoff. Make the short pass to Jackson. Jackson has a little room, and he's swarmed, and he will be tackled for a loss. Good coverage by the Vicksburg Gator defense, and now the ball will be at the 43-yard line for a big loss. And this loss will be of about 6 yards there for the Bulldogs here. And so now you're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Right, that's a good pursuit by Ladarius Henderson of Vicksburg. He pursued the football right there, made a great tackle, an open field tackle. It's a great job right there.
Brady Busby, quarterback for the Bulldogs, number 12 out there. He's a sophomore. Last week had 3 interceptions in the first half, but overcame that to get 2 nice touchdowns in the second half to get the win over Callaway. Busby's back to throw, makes the short pass to McGee in the backfield. McGee makes a fake, and he tries to get some positive yardage, and he's not really able to do that as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gains a yard. So 4th down and 14, Bulldogs are in Gator territory, though. So do you punt this football or do you go for it?
Definitely want to punt the ball. You want to put them as close to the goal line as possible. Your defense did a good job on this last drive, so definitely want to punt the ball. Yeah.
And so the Gators get a first down, but then they end up having to punt the football away. Now the Bulldogs go 3 and out, and Brady Busby also serves as the punter. He's back to get the snap on this punt. He will punt the football away. It's a good punt, and it's let go, and the Bulldogs are going to be able to stop it. It looks like they're going to stop it at the 4. 4-yard line is where the Gators will start. A nice punt by Brady Busby.
Absolutely. That was a great punt, and they covered the ball as well. Again, when we talk about field position right here, I think tonight is going to be a night of field position right here. It's harder to call plays when you're backed up where they are right now for Vicksburg. So, and Terry's defense is coming for the call.
It'll be Gators football now. And it's Maxey in the shotgun. They've got the ball at their own 4-yard line. There's the handoff, and DeCorey Knight is going to get himself some space. He's up the sideline. He's able to break a tackle, and he's pulled down at the 49-yard line. A huge run, a 45-yard run from DeCorey Knight Jr. And, Coach, that's the guy for Vicksburg. You got to be able to contain him.
Absolutely. He's accounting for half of their 600 yards. He has like 394 yards this season so far. So when we talk about defensively, we got to make sure that we stop him.
We're still knotted up at 0. Time is down to 6:50 to go in the opening period. They're at the 49-yard line in Bulldog territory, so that's a 47-yard gain for Vicksburg there. And now Maxey's in the shotgun. He's got twins to the left and one to the right, and he's got a man as the tailback. He makes the fake on the play action. He's going to throw a bomb down the field, and it was slightly overthrown as his intended target downfield was number 3, Marquise Knight. And Knight was open down there. He had one man on him, and that was Caleb Tillman, but it really just went a little bit further than his hands could get.
Definitely a great job by Micah Shepard right there.
Shepard.
Yeah, definitely played the ball really well because he was on his upfield shoulder. Even if he would have completed it, I feel like Micah could have been in position to knock the ball down. So good play by Micah.
Maxey on the handoff. Now the run. Is able to make a nice little gain, a gain of 4 it looks like for a 2nd down and 6. That was Cedric Blackmore, the senior running back for the Gators.
Right, so evidently Vicksburg is seeing something in Terry's defense. They are running off tackle, which they're trying to run to the C gap right now. But Terry is getting off the block and, getting to the football.
Gators football at the 46-yard line. Maxey is in the shotgun, and now they're getting set up. 2 receivers out left and 1 out right. Maxey back to throw. He's got time. He makes the pass up the sideline, and he overthrows him just a little bit. That time he was trying to get it to Decory Knight, and he just overthrew him. So incomplete pass now.
Right, and they got that out pretty quick right there. They leaked him out of the backfield there. But again, great defense. Again, it was in position to make the play. So incomplete pass was overthrown. I'm sure they're going to go back to that.
3rd down and 6 now for the Gators. Looks like a timeout has been called, and I believe that call may have been, I don't know who made that call there. We'll step aside and be right back.
A shout out to the band member, Princeton Williams. He played with you tomorrow is his birthday. How about a hand for Princeton Williams? His birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Princeton.
Back on the field now, the Gators trying to convert on a big 3rd down. That was a heat timeout that they do halfway through the periods here. Ball is at the 46-yard line. 3rd down now for the Gators. Back to throw. He makes the pass up the sideline, and he is hit as the ball went right into his hands. Micah Shepard with another defensive play.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he read that play. If he'd have took maybe a couple of seconds earlier, that would have been a pick 6. But however, on 4th down, we knocked the ball down, so definitely a great play.
The intended receiver was Thomas Harmon, and Shepard delivered the blow just as that ball was entering into his hands. And so nice defensive play by Micah Shepard. Oh, and so apparently that was 4th down. Apparently that was 4th down, not 3rd down. We apologize. So now it's Bulldogs football, turnover on downs. So 1st down for the Bulldogs. Busby in the shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got a little time, makes the pass, short pass to Seth Moore, and Moore will get pushed out of bounds.
Good play right there, just getting the ball to the outside right there. Nice throw by Busby, and that's a nice, it's just like running an outside run right there. So that's a good couple of yards right there. Put him ahead and down the distance.
2nd and 6. Short pass from Busby to Baker. Baker's got a little room. He goes up the sideline. He breaks another tackle. He hurdles the man. He's got room some more, and he goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Big play by Rondé Baker and a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Right. Nice swing pass again. It's just like running a sweep play right there. You're getting the ball to the outside, and everybody's going to stay on the block. The receivers did a great job blocking right there. 1st down.
Ball's at the 32-yard line for the Bulldogs. They're in Gator territory now. They're starting to move the football. They get their first down. Brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. Now Busby on the handoff. That's Baker around the edge. Baker plunges through the middle and get past the 25 to the 24. A gain of 8 now.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I hold my breath for a second when Baker gets past 2 players right there. You just never know. This next place is going to be on the field is in the end zone, so definitely a great run by him.
Rondé Baker there. So now you got Busby set up with 2 running backs to either side, and he's got Baker behind him. 1 receiver out left and 1 out right. Now there's a handoff to Baker. Baker attacks from the left side, but he's swarmed by the Gator defense for a loss, as that will be ball placed at the 26, it appears. And it looks like he may have lost 2 yards here.
Right, yeah. Trying to run an outside zone to the left over there. And again, the Vicksburg defense is just flowing to the football. So when you look at it, again, trying to beat them to the edge, but that defense is running pretty strong.
Busby in the shotgun, trips to the right, 1 to the left. And now Busby's back to throw. He's got time and space. He rolls to his right. Now he's got somebody coming right at him, and he's going to deliver that one out of bounds and get rid of it.
That was a smart throwaway. Remember, last week we looked at 3 interceptions right there. I'm pretty sure Coach talked to him. That's a smart play right there. You're in position to score. Again, you want to make sure that you keep the football. So that was a nice play right there. Good throwaway.
Bulldogs looking at a 4th down now. 4th down and 4. Of course, you're in 4th down territory here for the Bulldogs.
Right, yeah.
Deep in Gator territory. What's the play call here, Coach?
Coach, I'm trying to throw a ball up to one of my receivers. Don't know which one right now, but we're trying to put it up in the air.
Be a timeout called, and the timeout will be called by the Vicksburg Gators. That'll bring us to a break. We will step aside. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. We're back, 3:54 to play in the first quarter. Big 4th down for the Bulldogs. Busby talking to his line about the upcoming play here. Gators just called a timeout here, and the Bulldogs want a big play. Busby is back to throw. He makes the short pass. It is caught, and that is going nowhere. The Gators stop him. There's a turnover on downs.
Right. And again, this Gator defense is just flowing to the football really well, which kind of takes away some of the plays that you can call. But again, once you set your plays up, what you're going to start to see is a fast defense has to make sure that they take care of responsibilities as well. Again, I don't think it's a bad situation. You go forward in this particular area of the field. So, yeah.
So the Terry Bulldogs come up short on another possession here. So the game is still tied at 0, 3:46 to play in the opening period. Ball is at the 32 where the Gators will start this possession. Under center is Maxey, who hands it off, and now coming around the edge was Jacoby Smith, who was pulled down at the 31 for a loss of 1 yard. And so the Vicksburg Gators, 0-3 on the season. They've had a tough time. They really have had a tough time putting the ball in the end zone.
Right, yeah.
And right now we're seeing the Bulldogs have had a tough time so far too, and so we're knotted up at 0. But what do the Gators have to do to get over that hump and put some points up on the board?
Right, they're going to have to find a little bend in the defense, but that's going to be hard to do. Woo!
And Maxey is sacked. He tried to go for a play action. And nice job there, I believe, is Amario Whalen, who ends up with the sack, and that sack's brought to you by the Hydro Station.
Right.
Now, ball's back at the 26 now.
Right, so that's an early sack. Usually we hear that later on in the game right there. So that's a good job by Whalen right there. Good job by the defense because that's a two-part thing. Secondary held the receiver up, and the defensive line got there. So that's a great job by the defense.
Ball at the 26-yard line for Vicksburg, and they're looking at a 3rd down at 16. Time continuing to run, 2:40 to play, and back to throws Maxey. Maxey's escaping the pocket, but rolling to his right. He makes the throw, and he's smacked. Oh, my goodness, he was smacked. He got it to Marquise Knight. Oh, my goodness. He came through with vengeance.
Absolutely. So when you look at plays like this, right, you don't see them on the stat sheet, but those plays like that are momentum shifters right there. First, we saw a great tackle right there, open field tackle. But again, you saw the sideline getting involved and the team getting involved. So plays like this shift the team. So let's see what's going to happen here.
Ball's at the 31-yard line. 4th down and 11. Looks like they'll punt this football away. They do. And it will be up on the sideline and bounce out of bounds. Looks like it will be spotted right there at around the 43-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will start their 3rd drive of the ball game. They were turnover on downs on their 2nd drive, and on their 1st drive it was a punt. And now we'll see what the Bulldogs can do this time. 1:43 to go in the first quarter. And so with the Bulldogs, what do you expect to see on this drive after you have 2 failed drives what do you expect to see in this one?
Right. Getting the ball to your playmakers. That's the name of the game right here. Trying to find out where there's a bend in the defense. Again, when you look at Vicksburg defense, they are flowing to the football right here, but you're just trying to find that sweet spot for the offense.
Busby on the handoff, Baker. Baker through the middle, and he's able to take contact and plunge through to the 48-yard line. And so that right there is a gain of 9. I think he may have been a yard short. No, he's more than a yard short. Ball's at the 49. The first down marker's at the 45. So second down and 4.
Yeah. He just tried to make something happen on that play right there. Bounced it back. So let's see what they'll do next here.
Busby fakes the handoff, has pressure, and the pass was in the hands of a falling Timothy Jackson, but it is incomplete across the middle. And now it's third down.
Right.
1:07 to go in the first quarter. So, folks, at halftime, of course, we have our halftime report brought to you by the Bryant Agency. And also be sure to subscribe to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Subscribe right now. We got Brady Busby now in the shotgun. He's got twins to the right and one to the left. He's got Rondé Baker directly behind him. Tried to throw the Gators off sides on this play. Third down and 4 is a big third down here. Snap back to Busby. Hand off Baker. Baker through the middle. He's going to get the first down and more as he dives to the 40-yard line. Big play by Rondé Baker.
Absolutely. Again, you just keep hitting the defense. I think Baker's going to break this in a few minutes. They're going to get tired of tackling, but that's a great play. Seems like they ran off tackle right there, hit the C gap, but that was a great game by Baker right there.
Ball at the 40-yard line for the first down, brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. That toss is not there, and it was a forward pass, so incomplete pass, second down and 10, as that toss was not successful.
But that's the great thing about that particular play right there. We call it the jet sweep right there, and got to a point where we're throwing it forward, so it doesn't really matter what happens to it. It's going to be an incomplete pass right there. So
that is one of those situations where the clock should have stopped, but they keep it rolling here.
Right. Yeah, it should have stopped because that was a pass.
So now we're at 15 seconds. Busby's in the shotgun. He's back to throw, makes the pass to Gibson, and Gibson able to get past his defender and get the first down right past the 30-yard line. And a nice find to the guy that you want to find, Braden Gibson.
Right, absolutely. A couple of plays before, you didn't see it on the Gibson had his hand up, ready to catch the ball. He was wide open, so definitely I think Coach saw something and went back to that play.
And the first quarter comes to an end right here at Memorial Stadium. We are still tied up at 0, but the Bulldogs beginning to move the football. They will have the ball at the 29-yard line when we come back. Bulldogs football at the 29-yard line in the territory of the Vicksburg Gators. They're trying to punch it in for a score. Busby on the handoff. They blow it dead at the line of scrimmage. I don't see any yellow. I do see yellow on the far side. Yellow on the play. They're going to call offside, so that is a nice call in favor of the Bulldogs. That will be first down and 5. Ball now will be at the 24-yard line. The Bulldogs are getting closer to the Raising Cane's red zone. Busby is in the shotgun. He will get it and make the handoff to Baker, and Baker will push through and finally get pulled down at the 19. So another gain of 5, and I believe they may give him the first down. It's going to be a close call. We'll see what the referee calls. Yep, they say They say he's short. So second down now, second and inches. Oh, nope, they're going to call it a first down.
Yeah.
First down for the Bulldogs, brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. And now they are in the Raising Cane's red zone at the 19-yard line. Hand off to Baker. Baker tries to find his opening. He goes to the left and pushes through, and there's yellow on the field as he gets down inside to the 14-yard line. We'll see what this call is going to be. It's a face mask.
Yeah.
Face mask against Vicksburg, and this will advance the Bulldogs even more.
Right.
And now the Gators are assisting the Bulldogs and getting them down the field here.
Right, yeah. It's just like Novocaine. You keep giving it to them, running up the middle. We talked about earlier, Trellis finding out what the Terry offense needs to do to get in the end zone is this right here. You find this little crease in the defense, and you keep going over and over and over until they stop it.
Ball's at the 14-yard line. First down and 10.
Offside.
Man ran off sides. They blew it dead. And don't they usually allow a free play on those?
Not in high school, and in the collegiate level and in the professional level, NFL, they allow them to do that.
Okay. That'll advance the Bulldogs more, and now they should be looking at a first down and 5. Bulldogs getting closer to punching it into the end zone. 11 minutes to play in the first half. And now Busby, he is back to throw. He'll make the pass to McGee, and it looked like McGee had to break that up from being an interception.
Right, yeah, that was close. Again, I think they're trying to make them a little honest by mixing in a little pass, but hey, guys, what's working, you want to keep moving the ball, giving the ball to your running backs right here. So let's see what they do on this next play here.
10:56 to go in the first half, and it's ball's at the 9-yard line. Second down, and now Busby on the handoff. Baker smashes right through the middle and pushes his way into the end zone, and that is a touchdown, Terry, brought to you by Total Package Lawn Care.
Absolutely. Hey, it's what it is. If you find a crease in the defense, you do not stop until they fix it. In many cases, they don't fix it to the halftime mark, so you want to keep giving it to run day. Great job.
Touchdown, Terry Bulldogs. The Bulldogs lead 6-0. And now the Bulldogs are able to strike first here. And I will tell you this, folks. I don't know if it's because of how big this stadium is in comparison to Bulldog Field, but it just doesn't feel like we have as many people up in here.
Right, it doesn't.
Extra point from Braylon Nicholson is good. And so now the Bulldogs lead 7-0 over Vicksburg. And, folks, we will step aside. We'll be back for kickoff as the Bulldogs kick it to the Vicksburg Gators in just a few moments. Derek Howard Jr. is about to kick the ball away. Gators back to receive.
Adding a point. They got 6 points up there. It should be 7.
So they're trying to fix the scoreboard to make it 7-0. The score on your screen is correct. With 9:04 remaining in the first half, the Bulldogs have the advantage by a touchdown, 7-0. And the Bulldogs just really own the Gators at the line of scrimmage with the run game.
Right. So interesting enough, I didn't think that we were going to have a long drive like this. I think it might have been a 9 or 10 play drive right there. And I don't think we've seen this all year of a drive that long. So that was just, methodical, finding the spot in the defense. So definitely Vicksburg's defense better make some adjustments. It may be definitely a scary night.
So they get the point up on the scoreboard now, 7-0. And I just noticed it now. They've got a video board up.
Right, yeah.
And everything out here. And so we do have
it's definitely a beautiful field. You got the scoreboard up there, and the lights, all this good stuff, man. It's just like we're at a collegiate stadium.
very nice stadium here at Vicksburg High School. So they have to reset the clock as well because the clock was running. I guess it froze or something. I guess the controllers may have frozen or something. I don't know. Oh, yeah. So they reset it to 10 minutes and 2 seconds. And so now I think we are actually going to kick this football away. It's Derek Howard Jr. And he will kick it off.
Oh, nice kick.
And it is a long driving kick. Picked up by Carson. Carson trying to find a hole. He gets a little blocking up the left sideline, turns the corner, and he's out of bounds at the 26. That's where the Gators will start this drive. The Gators in their 4th game of the season, obviously, after an 0-3 start. They started off with a loss to Holmes County Central, and then also with a loss to Forest Hill, and then last week losing a close one to Natchez. And so really the Gators have not been, I mean, they lost to Holmes Central by a decent amount, but Forest Hill and Natchez were pretty close.
Right, yeah. So, again, seems as though they kind of ran the ball a lot. So we'll see. Woo!
And DeCorey Knight Jr. gets hit and taken down as soon as he got it, and again, that's Amario Whalen.
Right, definitely. He was in the backfield. He even seems like he got there when DeCorian got there too. So definitely he came off and made that tackle. So great job, DeCorian.
That's a 2nd and 14 from the 20-yard line for the Gators. Got a receiver out left. Bulldogs stacking the box here as Knight unable to get through that wall, which is the white wall of the Terry Bulldogs.
And I think the Vicksburg offense is just trying to find their identity right here. They got in 2 tight ends, and I guess they felt like they can kind of run underneath. But, again, great job by the Terry defense of getting off the blocks and making a tackle. Seems like for a loss right there.
So 3rd and long now for the Gators. Just under 9 minutes to play in the first half. And, of course, as we get up into halftime, we will have the halftime show brought to you, halftime report brought to you by the Bryant Agency. And now, Maxey back to throw. Oh, he's hit as he threw it, and it's incomplete. Good job. That was Garen Donaldson able to get that lick on the quarterback as he was releasing the ball. Maxey unable to get it off before Donaldson gave him a good hit from behind.
Right, no, nice call right there. Coming with a blitz from the backside right there. It's all about timing, too. So the quarterback took a little too long to throw the ball. And what you want as a defensive coordinator, you want him to do that. Gives your defense time enough to get to the football, especially when you're blitzing right there. So it didn't matter what happened on the other side of the field. Great job, Terry, getting to the football.
Vicksburg punts this one away. They will. Received by Glendarius Ford. Ford has some Gators coming at him. He gets past them and he's hit. He'll be at the 42. And the Bulldogs have the football in Gator territory at the 42-yard line.
So again, that's a difference in, I'm harping on this special team stuff. But that's a difference in 10 yards right there, maybe 8 yards or so right there, which puts them in Gator territory right there. So that, even though you don't get into the end zone, but it puts you in the perfect position to even go forward if you happen to get in 4 downs.
7-0 lead for the Terry Bulldogs, and now they're trying to go up 2 scores. They've got the football again after a good defensive possession there. Busby has plenty of time. Now the Gators get past, and he has to throw it away. I do not know if it made it to the line of scrimmage. Would that be one of those situations where you would have a intentional grounding?
Right, you would. You would, but it seems as though it did. Well, they're probably not going to call that in high school, but yeah, you're right, absolutely right.
Ball at the 42-yard line in Gator territory, 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. 8:16 to play. And you definitely notice a big difference between this first half and last game's first half. Busby's being a lot more conservative.
Right, yeah, and it's smart. Just get the ball out. You know, you don't necessarily have to worry about trying to force nothing in because you have the lead, you have the momentum. All it is trying to get to the next play to get into the end zone. So smart play. Even as a sophomore, this is a smart play. Yeah.
Twins to the right, one to the left, and the one to the left is Braden Gibson. Busby fakes the handoff, and he rolls to his left. He's got pressure, and he throws it away again.
Yeah, looks like a little miscommunication right there between quarterback and receiver.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs on 2 throwaways. Now you really want to figure that out if you're the Bulldogs because you don't want to just be throwing the ball away all the time.
Right. Nowhere, even on the video game, you don't want to throw it away. You want to make sure you get some completions right here. So let's see what happens.
Trips to the right, one to the left.
They may take a timeout here.
Timeout will be called as Coach Thigpen gets the timeout for the Bulldogs. They will use their first timeout, and we will step aside. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network.
Timeout on the field. Timeout. Bulldogs.
You missed it the first time. The punter? Like they went back there and then moved it back. It was because you thought, I guess you didn't realize they were punting, so I was just telling you.
Like quarterback. Yeah, but man, twice I knew it, the second I knew.
3rd down and 10.
Ball at the 42-yard line. That's where the Bulldogs have the ball. They're looking at a 3rd down and 10. They're going to try to get something here. Call a timeout. Try to get the offense together as they threw the ball away twice. 8:13 to play in the first half. Oh, man. He caught Elijah Sanders moving. And that was number 44 for the Gators. On the Gators' defensive side, Dennis Battle, who was able to force Elijah Sanders off sides.
Right. Yeah,
Force him to false start, rather.
Right. That was just a little mistake right there. Definitely got to clean that up because that was controllable right there. So you want to make sure that you take care of those controllable mistakes.
3rd and 15 now for the Bulldogs. It's a 3rd and long situation. Trips to the right, one to the left. Now here's Busby. Short pass to Baker. Baker gets the little bit of the screen, the blocking, and he pushes through to the 45-yard line. And that will get them a 4th and 13, and they'll bring the punt unit out. Not really a good possession here for the Bulldogs on that one. They had to throw the ball away and then threw a short pass to Baker that he wasn't able to get much on.
Right, yeah. So, again, you want to punt this ball to, put them back. You got a sideline warning right now. Okay, I think that's the first of the year.
They're going to punt this football away, and that'll be Brady Busby punting it away. Busby punts it away. And it'll take a sharp bounce to the end zone, and it's a touchback. Wasn't able to keep it in. Glendarius Ford tried to save it, and it's a touchback, and that's where the Gators will get started on their possession. We will step aside and be right back. Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. If you see somebody way behind, you got to show them. Okay. It's all right. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. It'll be okay. I'm just saying. Yeah. Just pay attention to it. You're doing a good job. Now here's the handoff for the Gators. They're trying to get some motion, and they are able to get to the 22. Gain of 2 there for the Gators. 2nd and 8. And the Gators, known for their rushing game, but they just haven't really been able to get much going on here.
Right. Terry defense is getting to the point of attack right here and making the ball bounce. For Ignite, what should not happen is you can't give him a small crease because he's gonna get up the field very quickly.
Bulldogs lead 7-0, 6:40 to go in the first half. There's the handoff once again, and that time it was to Blackmore, and he's able to plunge down to the 25, gain 3, and look at a 3rd down and 5. A few substitutions being made for the Bulldogs. Now the Gators 3rd and 5. What do you expect to see from them to try to convert on this 3rd down?
They're probably going to go to the run. It wouldn't make personally, it wouldn't make any sense for them to try to throw the ball right here because it'll put them behind the sticks right here. I would try to run the ball again.
Maxey in the shotgun. 2 receivers out left, 1 out right. He makes the short pass and unable to catch it. Was Harmon on the play, Thomas Harmon. Unable to pull the ball in, and now that's another 4th down for the Gators. They're going to have to punt this football away.
Again, they're running this route combination where they're running a slant out, which basically the slants clear out the defender, and you can kind of throw an out route. But again, Terry's defense is getting to the point of attack right there.
7-0 is the score. Bulldogs in the lead over the Vicksburg Gators. Bulldogs never beaten the Gators before in the history of these two programs taking on each other, and they lead right now 7-0 with just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now.
This is a big play right here for Terry. Let's see what they're doing.
I think the Gators are punting it away here. Glendarius Ford back to receive. And we will see, just like you were saying, we're wanting to see a good return here. Oh, and that snaps over the head of their punter, and now that ball will be at the 3-yard line, and the Bulldogs have about as good a field position as you could possibly have.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Any time of the year, I would prefer to have the ball where Terry has it right there on the, 2-3 yard line? 1 yard, 2 yard line.
They're going to place the football at the 2-yard line in Gator territory, and this should be a prime opportunity for the Bulldogs to punch this one.
Right, I'm not a psychic, but I'm pretty sure who's about to get the football.
And I know who you're talking about. That would be Rondé Baker. Rondé Baker's done a very good job, and he's been able to really get yards in this game. He wasn't able to get it as much against Callaway, but he has been the guy here tonight so far. Busby, of course, hands it over to Rondé Baker, but the Gators knew he was going to get the ball too. But did he plunge in there? No. He'll get a yard. So it'll be 2nd and goal now for the Bulldogs. They're able to get 1 yard on the play. Clock continues to run. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Busby in the shotgun. Handed it again to Baker. Baker able to elude a tackler and plunge into the end zone for a touchdown. Touchdown, Terry Rondé Baker. And the Bulldogs lead 13-0 over Vicksburg. And that touchdown, of course, brought to you by Total Package Lawn Care.
That's just a great play right there. When you get the ball at the 2-yard line, man, you're just going north. You're not thinking about any other direction. You're just going north. So great job by the Terry offense there.
Braylon Nicholson is set to kick the extra point and try to make this 14-0. Braylon Nicholson kicked an extra point last week that ended up winning the ball game as they won 13-12. That kick is up. It is true, and it is good. 14-0. The Terry Bulldogs go up on the Vicksburg Gators here on the road. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first half, and the Bulldogs have a big advantage. We'll be right back. It's Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. Bulldogs will kick this football away. Derek Howard Jr., of course, is the kickoff man for the Bulldogs. Carson is the return man for Vicksburg. That ball will go out of bounds. So the ball will be at the 35-yard line, and that's yellow on the field, being a legal kickoff.
Probably going to be the best field position they're going to have all night.
At least of what they've had so far, for sure. Next week, the Terry Bulldogs host again. They will have homecoming night as they host the Rams from Provine. And so far this year for the Bulldogs, they're 3-0, and now they're up 14-0. Got Provine next week, but then the following week they've got Clinton hosting Clinton. Clinton's had a good season thus far. They're 2-1 so far, and got a big win over Brandon last week, 65-62. So you know that'll be a challenge at Bulldog Field, and then you head right into region play against West Jones at home.
Yeah. The next couple of weeks are very important to the program. So, yeah.
I don't know. It looks like they're going to re-kick this ball. Not sure what's going to happen. I think that's what they're doing. So at first it was yellow on the field as an illegal kickoff, and then now it looks like they're going to re-kick it.
Which kind of doesn't make sense. Guess they're trying to get the field position the other way. Maybe they think they can return it, so I don't know. Let's see, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2.
Coach Thigpen having a conversation over here on the left side of your screen with the officials. I don't know what the conversation is really about here. Apparently there were 2 penalties on the play and they were offset, and so they're going to re-kick it, I guess. I don't know what the penalty was against the Gators. This would be one of those times that would be a nice one for a sideline reporter, so we could ask them to ask around to see what's going on, but we are just up here in the dark. Bulldogs lead 14-0, 5:11 to go in the first half. Derek Howard Jr. will kick this football away. He does, and it will be received by Knight. DeCorey Knight eludes a tackler, eludes another tackler, eludes some more, and he's pushed down at the 32, or the 27 rather, and that's where the Gators will start with their field position here. Clock stops at 5 minutes to go in the first half, and Gators with the football again. Haven't had a whole lot of success on offense. Really just been running the football, and it really just hasn't. They haven't really gotten much. They got a first down on their first drive. They had a first down and then got stopped up, and I don't believe I think that they have had 2 first downs this half thus far, but after those immediately find themselves in a punting situation. They're going to hand it off to Knight. Knight does not get anywhere. As a matter of fact, he will lose 2 yards. Second and 12 now for Vicksburg. Clock continues to run now, 4:45 to go in the first half.
Right, definitely. Jadarius Young got back there in the backfield. It seems though he's at nose guard right now, and he just disrupted the front 3. And whenever you disrupt the front 3, the guard and the center and 2 guards, I don't care what type of offensive play you have, it's not going to be profitable.
Ball at the 25-yard line for Vicksburg. Maxey back to throw. He'll chunk it downfield with coverage, and I think Tillman got it! Caleb Tillman! What an interception for the Bulldogs! How about that? He tracked that one down and snagged it! And that was a clean snag! And a clean takeaway brought to you by Wheeler's Janitorial. And the Bulldogs will take over possession of the football.
Right, definitely a good play. Now, I go back to the scrimmage game that we had earlier in the year, and I said something about the DBs, make sure to get to the football right there. I think he definitely made the play right there where it seemed to be a fade route, and what he did was just stayed over the top of the receiver right there and intercepted the ball. But what we did not see is he took his helmet off, but he put it back on. The referee had the flag ready to throw the penalty, so he celebrated on the sideline.
There's a handoff out to Chadarius Rogers as he is hit, and there's yellow on the field. He got to the 49. For a gain of 2, but yeah, we're going to probably be looking at holding there.
Yeah, well, let's see what it is. I thought it was holding, but it seems as though offsetting penalties. Holding, I think it might have been a face mask, I think. That's what it looked like. That's the unique thing about this. The referee is making his calls toward the other sideline to the press box on the other side, so we can't really see those calls are.
So the ball will be at the original line of scrimmage, and it looks like they'll replay first down and 10 here. Busby in the shotgun. He has it, hands it off to Baker. Baker pushes through, gets across the 45, pushes some more, pushes down to the 40.
Just get 10 yards right there.
That's what it looks like, a first down for the Bulldogs, brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. He really ran for 3 yards and dragged the guys for 7.
You're absolutely right. That is an accurate depiction of that play. You're right. He drug a couple of players, 3 or 4 guys, to the other yard line. So good run.
Ball at the 41. First and 10. Busby in the shotgun. Chadarius Rogers is the man in motion. He's going to hand it off to Baker again. Baker's going to push through. He's going to drag some more guys with some assistance from the offensive line, and he's pushing some more. And it looks like he'll get to the 33, which is a gain of 8.
Charles, that's whatever that play is. I don't know the name of that play, but 10 and 8 is great right there. So
having some success on it. Rondé Baker has just really been the man here so far tonight. He'll jog over to the sideline to get him some rest.
Right.
And the Bulldogs going to run another play here, second down and 2 in Gator territory at the 33-yard line. Now Busby, he's got twins to the left and one to the right. Timothy Jackson to his immediate left. He fakes the handoff, makes the pass to Gibson, and it is intercepted by the Gators. Oh, wow. That play, interception made by Mitz Minor, the senior corner. And he's able to step in there. The pass was intended for Braden Gibson, but he saw that coming from a mile away, and Minor was able to rip that ball away and get the interception.
Right.
And so a possession that was created by a Bulldog interception made by Caleb Tillman, coming back the other way, Mitz Minor gets the interception for the Gators, and it will be Gators football.
Right, yeah, it was a little too much looking at the window where we're going to throw the football at a little bit right there. So the DB kind of looked at those keys right there, and I think he just kind of played the route.
Maxey in the shotgun for the Gators. They get the football again. Blackmore. Able to get to the 34-yard line for a gain of 2. This clock continues to run. Just over 2 minutes to play in this first half. We have the halftime report coming up, brought to you by the Bryant Agency. Trips to the left and one to the right. Maxey, short pass to Knight. Knight eluding a tackler. They blow the whistle dead. They I guess they're saying that he was down. His knee must have gone down on the play. I don't know where they're going to spot it.
Should be 32, 31.
They're going to get it down to the 36-yard line. And that'd be a gain of 2. 3rd and 6. From the 36-yard line for the Gators. Really, they could really use a 3rd down conversion here. You got the clock running, down to 1:20 left in this first half. And, I mean, now what you're looking at is a situation where the Gators would really like to be able to get it in the end zone before the half.
Yeah, definitely would, but it's getting really predictable right here. When you know that they're going to pass, it's to the defensive coordinator's advantage because, again, you can bring pressure. And then, again, you're telling them on the sideline, pass, pass, pass. So you don't want to be in those predictable moments where you know that you have to pass the ball. So we'll see what they're going to come with.
And so that timeout was called by the Bulldogs. And so now 14-0, minute 13 to play in the first half. The Gators trying to make something happen here. Last possession before halftime.
I'm interested if they're going to go with post out right here.
Back to throws Maxey. Maxey's got time and he's got protection. Running out of the pocket. Ball is incomplete. Glendarius Ford had really good coverage as he was trying to get it to Jacoby Smith on that right side. And I think he was trying to keep it away from Ford, and he kind of threw it away from him.
Right, yeah. What you try to do is try to get it to the outside shoulder for the receiver and away from that DB. And he tried his best, but again, he was flushed out of the pocket right there. So again, on the run, it's kind of a difficult pass to make.
Looks like the Gators will go for it. They got Maxey out there in the shotgun. They're in their own territory, and so they're going to take a risk here. Maxey back to throw. Makes the short pass. It's incomplete across the middle as McGee delivered the lick as soon as the guy had it in his hands. And that is an incomplete pass targeted for Marquise Knight. Turnover on downs. Bulldogs football, I do believe. Okay, no. Another situation. I guess we didn't have the downs right here. It's 4th down now, but I thought we had gone through the downs.
Right, I did too.
So now it's 4th down and 6, and I was also questioning that decision to go for it.
I was like, okay, I guess they just kind of give it up on punting, but you still need to try based on where you are on the field.
Gators will punt this football. Last time it snapped it over the head. That time I think it might have been partially blocked. And the ball bounces and will be down right there at about half field. And the Bulldogs have an opportunity to get back in this end zone. They got 45 seconds to punch their ticket back in the end zone, maybe have a 21-0 lead at halftime.
Right, absolutely, yeah. So definitely you got to put the ball in certain positions right here. You have got to have a fast tempo to make sure you stay with your time. You still have, I think they have 3 timeouts or 2 timeouts, Terry?
Well, see, on the scoreboard, they're saying Terry does not have any more timeouts left. I do believe they have timeouts, but that's what it says on the scoreboard. Not sure what's going on with that, but we got Busby. Oh, and they're going to take a knee. Okay. The Bulldogs have gone extremely conservative in this ballgame. And with the passing and with this as well, they're going to take a knee.
I mean, that's what you want to do. Right now you're up. You don't want any type of fluke play to happen right here. You're up right now. Defense is playing well. So, I don't think that's a bad idea. Again, you don't want to give them a chance at anything.
And they will walk off the field. That'll wrap up the first half of play. And the Terry Bulldogs have 14 points and the Vicksburg Gators with 0. We will be back for second half action. It's Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. I'm Charles Williams. Right here with me, Coach Tony Kimball. We'll have the halftime report brought to you by the Bryan Agency in just a little bit, but we will right now step aside. So now there's a return being made up the sideline and out of bounds for the Bulldogs. And that is number 82 for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs will have the ball now. So we got a correction on the halftime score. I guess Max Preps had it wrong on the Starkville-Louisville game.
I want to make sure I got that right. Yeah.
And so now the ball is at the 45-yard line now. And there is the handoff. Baker up the right side, and he eludes a tackler, and he's down. Able to get to the 47.
Yeah, definitely. That was a good run off the right side. Tried to make a cutback, but the defense, again, is flowing to the football. And I definitely will go back to it. But that was a late hit, and referees just didn't call it.
Second down and 8 to go. Busby back to throw. Makes the short pass to Rogers. Rogers is tackled and pulled down. Be a third down and 8 now.
Yeah. Again, despite the score, the Vicksburg defense is definitely flowing to the football at an accelerated rate there. Again, you may try to catch them with some type of counter or some type of misdirection play right here.
Busby in the shotgun, twins to the right and one to the left. Hand it off to Baker again, who will try to push through the middle. And they will push him. They push him some more, and he's past the 45. That's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs. And this has to be just absolutely agonizing for the Vicksburg Gators here.
Oh, man, I'm not the defensive coordinator down there for Vicksburg, and that would just have my skin crawling to see that happen. Oh, man. Again, if I was a coach, I would just, for Vicksburg, I would say, are they aiding the runner there? But I don't know. It seems like Barber is doing his job.
There's Tripp stacked to the right. Busby handed off again to Barber. Barber around the right side, and he tried to get away from the tackler, and he'll get a gain of 1.
Yeah. Definitely they're trying to get the ball outside, but again, the defense is just doing a great job of flowing to the football, getting off the blocks, and flowing to the football. So let's see if they come with a different play right here to try to gash this Vicksburg defense.
Bulldogs with the football. Busby in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, makes the short pass. It's complete to McGee, but it will be back to the previous line of scrimmage, losing a yard, back to 3rd and 10 now. And the Bulldogs just not really moving the football a whole lot.
Right,
they were able to get the stuff with Baker over the middle.
Right, yeah. Again, I guess they're just trying to make them a little honest right now, but I think you go back to what you did in the second quarter. That was very successful, so let's see if they go back to it.
They're able to catch 55 for Vicksburg offsides.
Yep, that's the little small things right here, especially with run day. If you're looking at less than 6 yards, I'm giving him the ball. There's no question about it.
That'll advance them 5. 3rd down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. Twins to the right and left. Busby, hand off to Baker. Baker pushes through. Will get past the 35. Going to try to push him again. He will not get, and they will stop his forward progress. Now the ball will be at the 35, and it looks like they'll get the first down. We haven't gotten a signal from the officials Yep. First down for the Bulldogs. Brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop, and Body Shop located along the frontage road in Byram. Barnett's Body Shop will service you for issues such as collision repairs, automotive services, tires and alignment, plus oil change, brakes, and tune-up services. Go to Barnett's Body Shop for your car trouble. Ball's at the 35-yard line now. First down and 10. Busby back to throw. Makes the short pass to McGee. McGee makes a fake. He fakes out 2 and pushes down to the 26-yard line. 1 yard short of the first down for a second down and 1. And now the Bulldogs starting to move this football.
Right. They see something out there on the edge over here. They're keeping it to their sideline. And that was just a great run by McGee right there. That was a great job right there in the open field, eluding the tacklers.
7:35 to go in the third quarter. Busby on the fake, and he hands it off to Baker, who will push through and get the first down and get down to the 23. Helmet flew off of Elijah Sanders, which will force him to come out of the ball game. Corey Metters will come in for him on the O-line.
He got an injury.
Be a timeout called by the Terry Bulldogs, and they will call their first timeout. Or is it injury timeout?
It's an injury, yeah.
Injury timeout, so
Gators,
Vicksburg Gator is hurt. Can't see the number? But we will just go ahead and step aside. It's Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. That was number 6, Ladarius Henderson, who was on the ground for Vicksburg. And hope that he is okay. Busby on the handoff to McGee. McGee able to bounce to the outside, bounces back to the inside, pushes through.
Oh! Did he get it back?
Jump on top of it? Oh, no, he did not. He did not jump on top of it. He did not get the football. It's a touchback and going to the Gators. That's one of those situations where you just try to get more and more and more and more, and they're able to punch that football out, and the Gators were able to jump on top of it. And so it'll be Vicksburg Gator football at the 20-yard line, as it is a touchback, and we're able to look at the play back here.
I think he kind of had the ball out. Oh, he just punched it out. Oh, well, that was a good defensive play right there.
Yeah, that was a really good defensive play. That was number 7, Cedric Blackmore, the senior, able to punch that football out of there and force the fumble on Jordan McGee.
Yeah.
So turnover for the Bulldogs, their second turnover of the ball game, and now the Gators have another opportunity at the 20-yard line. Maxey on the handoff to Knight. Knight around the right side. He'll be tumbled over at the 24 for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for the Gators.
Right, absolutely.
And I mean, the Gators are making things happen. I mean, you know, over here later in that second quarter, the Bulldogs could have gone up 21-0 after their interception.
Right, yeah.
And then they were able to intercept that football there. And then that was a situation where the Bulldogs looked like they were almost certainly going to score the football. And then you fumble at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
So we have another injured player here, and this is a Terry Bulldog.
Yeah, definitely. You know, in these moments right here, you kind of learn where you need to put people away. Again, we have, you know, had a fumble, had an interception. You want to kind of capitalize and, you know, kind of minimize those things in the second half.
That was Glendarius Ford, and he's able to get up and walk on his own power. You hope he's okay. He's done a lot of good things for the Bulldogs this season so far. They have the ball spotted at the 23, so 2nd down and 7 for the Gators. Glendarius Ford will get off the field.
7 down. 7 down.
They've got men in motion here. There's the handoff. Knight dives, falls.
they're just not getting Vicksburg's just not getting a push on their offensive line. So it doesn't really matter what you call if you're not pushing the defensive line back. And linebackers, you're not going to have any running lanes, and you don't have any options. I don't know. I have no other way to put it. If you're not getting the push up front.
So it'll be a heat timeout now called halfway through this third quarter. Terry 14, Vicksburg 0.
Next Friday night, Vicksburg Gators travel to Kansas City. Take on the Indians. On behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Holloway, and our athletic director, Coach James Lewis, and our head coach at Vicksburg High School, Dr. Victoria Allen, and her staff, we thank you for supporting Vicksburg athletics. Our band director tonight, Dr. Jonathan Nelson. I got to throw a lot of the direction of James Hugo Wells, Mr. Eddie Howard, my cheerleaders, under the direction of coach by Ariel Pack.
Gators back on the field now. Maxey in the shotgun for Vicksburg. They trail 14-0. They need something to happen. Back to throws Maxey, and he will be sacked. Oh, man. And the Bulldogs just have no chill on that defensive line. That was Jakari Brooks with the sack there. And that'll bring up a 4th down and long from the 13-yard line. 4th and 17. And now we'll see the punt team back out for Vicksburg.
Right, it's a timing thing. If you take too long, your D-line is going to get back there to you. And if you can't have that timing with your receiver and quarterback, you're not going to have a great play at all.
Punter. Gonna punt it away. Ball looked like it was blocked a little bit. And it will stop at the 42-yard line for the Bulldogs in Gator territory. Terry 14, Vicksburg 0. 4:55 to play in the third quarter. Bulldogs have really been able to dominate in a lot of ways, but not really scoring at a high clip here.
Not at all. I kind of figured it, it's going to be a kind of a low-scoring game, defensive game right here because, again, Coach Lacey's a defensive coordinator. Terry's defense is playing really well, so I'm not shocked.
There's a run around the edge. Baker, and he gets tripped up there, but I think they're going to call the tripping. We'll see what the call is going to be here.
Yeah, I want to see what this call is. Holding.
They're going to call a holding penalty on the Bulldogs.
Not sure where that happened, man. Have to be on the edge out there. I guess. I don't see where that happened.
Busby's in the shotgun. He's got twins to the right and one to the left. Baker will go into motion. Busby, he's being chased by a defensive lineman for Vicksburg, but he's able to get the short throw to McGee. McGee's got the blocking. He goes behind the blocking. He's able to spin out of it, but he trips over and falls at the 16-yard line. A big run for the Terry Bulldogs. That is senior running back Jordan McGee. And that was a huge run there for the Bulldogs. I mean, you're talking about 26-yard rush there. Actually, longer than that, 36-yard rush for Jordan McGee into the Raising Cane's red zone.
Right. Going north, not going east or west. Giving the ball, moving north.
And now the run. He'll get to the 10, 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4.
Right. Yeah, definitely. They just ran a nice zone play right there. Hit around the A or B gap right there. And, run it again.
2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Clock continues to run. 3.5 minutes to play in the third period. And the Bulldogs trying to go up 3 scores. Busby in the shotgun, twins to the left and one to the right. Sends the man in motion. Busby does. Hands it off to Baker, who plunges right through the middle, and he gets into the end zone, standing up for his third touchdown, and the third Terry Bulldog touchdown. Touchdown, Terry.
Yeah, you run north in the red zone, Charles. You don't call anything else, especially when you have those two great backs in the backfield right there. And I like what you said, untouched in the end zone.
3 minutes and 11 seconds to play in the third period, and the Bulldogs are preparing to go up 21-0 if Nicholson can put it through the uprights. But the Bulldogs really just dominate this ball game. Right. McGee is the holder. Hold looks good, and the kick is up, and it is through. Terry Bulldogs 21, Vicksburg Gators nothing, and we will step aside.
Back into the Gators.
21-0 Terry. And this kick is a short kick from Derek Howard Jr., and it is received by Vicksburg, and he will dive in the sideline and be down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that was kind of close. You kind of let that one go out of bounds right there, but I guess he felt like he could get more yards right there.
Yeah, maybe he might have wanted to play it safe. Didn't know if the ball might bounce the other way. I don't know. Ladarius Henderson there on the reception. You're glad to see he's doing fine. He was one of the injured players earlier in the ball game. You hope that guys can remain uninjured. Ball at the 38-yard line for Vicksburg, and it's 3:07 to play in the third quarter. The Bulldogs have opened up a dominating 21-0 lead. Vicksburg looking to get on the scoreboard. And there's the handoff to Knight. And he won't get anywhere. And it goes second down and 10.
Yeah, again, I'm going to go back to if Vicksburg's offensive line cannot get a push, I think the rest of this game is going to be a kind of a wash for them because, again, you got to block somebody. If you don't block anybody, they're going to be in the backfield all night.
Ball at the 38-yard line. Second down and 10 for Vicksburg. There's the handoff. Fake handoff. Pass. Incomplete. He was ahead of his intended receiver, which was Marquise Knight, and just wasn't able to hit him. Just needed to wait just a little bit to hit him right in stride. It's an incomplete pass. Third down and 10 for Vicksburg, and they look at another third down and long.
Yeah, get into these predictable downs right here. Either you kind of bring some pressure or just kind of play a base defense, but it's just not good for the offense when you're in situations like this.
Maxey back to throw. He'll toss it up the sideline. It is caught. Nice pass. And it was the coverage all over him was Micah Shepard, and he was able to get it through to his receiver, Jaheim Smith, on that sideline. It's still a fourth down, though, as they got the ball to the 44-yard line. And so you still got 4 yards to go. Fourth down and 4 for Vicksburg. And you have to go for it.
Yeah, you do.
If you're the Gators, you have to go for it here, down 21-0.
You might want to try to pass it. Don't run the ball. You didn't have much success tonight running the ball.
Whistle blown dead at the line of scrimmage, and it will be a timeout called by the Terry Bulldogs. Coach Thigpen will use the Bulldogs' first timeout of the second half, and it is 2 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the third quarter. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now. Next week, the Bulldogs will be hosting the Provine Rams. That will be homecoming. Kickoff at 7 p.m. from Bulldog Field.
Man caught me right there.
Bulldogs were 3-0 last year going into playing Vicksburg, in which they end up being up 20-6 in the ball game, losing 26-20. Heartbreaking home loss, which gave them their first loss of the season. Now the Bulldogs are able to win this ball game. Playing Provine next week, you possibly could be 5-0 going in to playing Clinton, and which is what you would want to be. But you have to take it one game at a time, and still got more football to play here tonight.
Close the game out, finish it.
Gators trying to convert here in this 4th down. There's no snap made, but there's a lot of movement on the line, so obviously there's yellow on the field. See what the call will be. It's a false start. And the Gators just shoot themselves in the foot on that one. Now you're looking at a 4th down and 9. You still need to go for it because you don't have much to lose here. But 4th down and 9 is harder than 4th down and 4.
Looks like they're about to punt it.
Wow.
Yep, that's what they're going to do.
Looks like the Gators are going to punt the football. The punt is blocked. Bulldogs pick it up. Oh, that's Jadarius Young. He blocked the punt. He got into the end zone. Touchdown, Terry Jadarius Young. And how about that? Young gets into the end zone, and he puts 6 on the board for the Bulldogs off a blocked punt. How about that for some energy?
Right, absolutely. I don't know where those boosters came, but he sure activated on that particular block right there. Block, and he scored. I didn't think he got in, but evidently he did. Referee gave him a touchdown.
And he put the Jets on after he blocked that punt. And he was tripped up, but he got in that end zone.
Yeah, it's a touchdown now. We don't have review in the high school, so that's a touchdown. It's nothing like scoring on special teams.
Braylon Nicholson will kick the extra point, 27-0, Terry in the lead. The set is good, and that kick is no good. I think he might have gotten it blocked, and that spin was not good there, but they called a false start. That looks like that'll be a decline penalty, right? No, they called it before. They blew the whistle before he kicked it. So Nicholson will have to take a longer extra point kick here, 27-0, trying to make it 28.
Yep, so he gets to try out a little range right here. We'll see.
So Nicholson will kick it from 25. Set's good, kicks up, and that kick is beautiful with plenty of room to spare. And Braylon Nicholson, 4 for 4 on extra points tonight. And the Bulldogs lead 28-0 with 1:56 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Coach, how about that? Now the Bulldogs have some real deal energy. You put 14 points up here in the 3rd quarter so far.
Right. I guess a little math right here. What's better than 3 touchdowns is 4 touchdowns. So, you know, this is a good, comfortable lead for the team. And I'm pretty sure that defense has in their mind a goose egg, not letting the Vicksburg Gators score right here. That's one of the things you talk about in defense is shutting the team out, getting a shutout. So we'll see what happens.
And one thing about having a heartbreaking loss against a team where you're up 20-6 and you end up losing 26-20 is that you don't let up at all and you go to the same stuff that you know is killing them and you go over and over again. And that's what the Bulldogs have done here tonight. And they lead 28-0 now. And I can guarantee you they're going to continue at it.
Right, absolutely. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's the old saying. That's there.
And now the return by Knight, to Corey Knight. He's still up. Now he's yanked down at the 36. Vicksburg will have it at the 36, and that'll bring us, Coach, to the keys to victory. Obviously, the Bulldogs up 28-0. but the keys to victory here.
Right, so definitely give the ball to Runde. They definitely have done that, and just stick to the game plan. You know, in games like this, you don't reinvent the wheel. If the wheel is rolling, keep it rolling. That's what's happening right here. The special team has made it happen as well.
The Coach Kimball's keys to victory are brought to you by Richards Tire and Auto. And up the sidelines to Corey Knight. And now Vicksburg is going to get in the end zone. He's got all room and real estate ahead. And the Gators get on the board just as we were talking. The Gators find the end zone. And definitely not what the Bulldogs wanted. They wanted a shutout. And they allow Vicksburg a touchdown. And we knew from before this ballgame that Corey Knight Jr. was dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about preventing the big play right there. I don't think they did anything special on that particular play. He just missed one assignment there, and for a big run right there. We want to make sure that you stop that type of activity in second half, first half, or whenever. You want to make sure you stop that, because that gives the next week's team some type of hope that they can run the ball. So you definitely want to stop that.
28-6 now, so the Gators do get on the board. The big run from DeCorey Knight Jr. And now their kick is up, and it is good through the uprights. Perfect. And so the Gators now are on the board. No more goose egg for Vicksburg. 28-7 lead for Terry.
Well, I think we've started up the bands a little bit right here, but we get the ball.
Bulldogs with the 28-7 advantage. They will be back to receive this one, and now you want to put another touchdown on the scoreboard here for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs have scored 4 touchdowns, 3 of them from Rondé Baker on the ground. And then that last touchdown was off a blocked punt by Jadarius Young that he took back for a touchdown. So the Bulldogs lead 28-7. There's the kick. It will bounce, it will roll, and it is picked up there and taken down.
Yeah, he should have just kept that out to the right over there. He tried to cut it back, but there was a lane on the right side of the kickoff team right there. If he just kept it going on the right side, he probably could have picked up some more yards there.
Kazan Kendrick on the return. Ball's at the 27. Decent return for the Bulldogs. They lead 28-7. Minute 28 to play in the third. Busby in the shotgun with trips to the right and one to the left. He makes the fake and then hands it off to Baker, and Baker will push through. And he's down at the 32. Gain of 5 for Baker, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, definitely you want to make sure you close this quarter out, just running the clock down and just giving the ball, running the ball right here. There's no need for us to pass it.
Busby has trips to the left and one to the right. Rondé Baker right beside him. Busby will hand it off to Baker. Baker around the edge, and he's able to get some running room, get open, and he is slammed to the ground, but not before he gets 16 yards on the rush to the 48-yard line. You hope that Baker's okay. He did get slammed on his back. You hope it wasn't his head.
Yeah, that defender just caught him on when he was trying to cut the ball back. I think he's okay.
Ball at the 48-yard line. Another first down brought to you by Barnett's Body Shop. Terry Bulldogs with the football. Clock continues to run down with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Busby in the shotgun, 2 receivers out right, 1 out left. Busby hands it off McGee, and he's wrapped up immediately. That's a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, they let somebody through on that offensive line. I'm not sure who it was.
And they will let the clock run out on the third period. Terry Bulldogs 28, Vicksburg Gators 7. Head into fourth quarter action. We'll be right back. Terry Bulldogs with the football at their own 47-yard line. It is a 2nd down and 11. Trips to the right and 1 to the left. There's a short pass out to McGee. McGee has to deliver a blow. And I think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And I think it's 3rd and 11.
Again, you know, it was just a swing pass right there to run day to the trip side right there. So pretty sure they're probably going to go. What's going on?
They lost another yard, so it's 3rd and 12. And now there's a whistle. I don't know what the call's going to be.
All right, Gators fans, we got a 3rd down situation.
3rd and long for the Bulldogs. At the 46-yard line, not sure what is going on. I think they blow the whistle to continue play. 11-13 to go in the game. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Busby, handoff, Baker. Baker around the edge. Plunging over to the 49. That's a gain of 5. 4th and 7 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Do you punt it here or do you go for it?
No, you go for it, that type of play call. I kind of figured he was going to do that, kind of run the ball. Well, I guess
They do send the punt unit out.
I thought maybe they were going to just get a pretty good game right there and kind of go for it. But again, you don't want to give Vicksburg any type of hope too. So again, punt the ball and go play defense.
Brady Busby back to punt the football. There's a shift at the line for the Bulldogs. Busby's got plenty of time to punt that one away. That's a beauty. He was able to down somebody at the 2 earlier. That one does not take a Terry bounce, though. And it looks like the ball for the Gators will not be that bad a field position. It looks like they'll have it at the 25. Terry 28, Vicksburg 7, Bulldogs with a 3-score advantage. So next week, Terry taking on Provine. And thing is that the Bulldogs last year had a 6-0 win over Provine last year. You're talking about a game where the only score was a pick 6, and it was 6-0. And that's how the Bulldogs won the ball game. So you never know with a game like that. Short pass, complete. Gotten by Shepard to the 30. And it's a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. So nice pass. He's able to get it out to Jacoby Smith, his receiver.
Definitely want to make sure we cover that up because we had a receiver wide open right there. So definitely we came with a blitz off the edge right there, but we didn't have anyone in the flat. So I'm sure they're going to go back to it.
Ball at the 30. Second down and 5. Maxey is in the shotgun. He's got it. He'll hand it off to Blackmore, who will dive to the 34. He's 1 yard short of the first down. Third down and 1 now for the Gators. Oh, no. He got a man down. He's motionless on the field. I don't know. It's a Terry Bulldog. I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
And he really,
I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, that was just kind of
what's going on?
they felt like the paramedics were moving fast enough onto the field.
Okay, so what it looked like is
Did he hit his head?
it looks like he went completely limp after. You're hoping that this is a stinger, but we will go ahead and step aside here. So it was Titus Henderson that went down to the turf on the play. Looked like he had hit his head on the turf. When we look back at it, haven't heard anything. Just full silence out here at Memorial Stadium, so we still haven't heard anything yet. And really just praying for him that the Lord will heal him of whatever it is going on. Hopefully it's a minimized effect.
Right. Yeah. You take moments like this, you know, you just never know. We just, pray and hope that we're able to get him, whatever's happening with him out there to get his functions moving and hurry up and get him to, facilities right now.
So definitely a scary moment here at Memorial Stadium. Titus Henderson going down with what appears to be some kind of head injury. We don't know what it is. Just got stretchered off. I think they're going to put him in the ambulance here. Previously, what was happening was the Gators had just gained 4, 3rd down and 1 now. They're going to try to continue this football game. It looks like they'll get the 1st down to the 36. Where Vicksburg will have it. Clock continues to run. Just under 9 minutes to play in the ball game.
This is, you know, you want to continue with the game, but these are one of the moments where you know, as a team, you want to make sure that kind of keep your composure as well.
There's the run for 2. 2nd down and 8. And the Gators are in a position where if they get a score here, they might be able to make it a ball game. But a situation like that, even though it's a Terry Bulldog, that's a shocking situation for both teams. Ball's at the 38 now, Vicksburg with it. Blackmore, it's a fake handoff, and that pass is incomplete. Targeted Jacoby Smith downfield. It's incomplete pass, 3rd down and 8 now for Vicksburg. Trying to move this ball there at the 38. In their own territory. Clock stops now at 7:52.
Vicksburg is going to try to pass the ball a little bit more than they probably have passed in the game. So, you know, definitely don't want to give up the big play. Some little fluke misassignment.
Trips to the right. Making the short pass, but there's a whistle. The line of scrimmage, there's a yellow on the field, and it's a false start against Vicksburg. So 3rd down and 13 now for the Gators. 7:48 to play. Ball at the 33-yard line. Folks, please be sure to hit the subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button right now for more Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network. Maxey back to throw. He's got time. He makes the pass over to the sideline complete, and Smith goes right out of bounds. 1st down for the Gators, and now the ball at the 47.
It's the 3rd 1st down of the game, 3rd or 4th 1st down of the game.
As the Gators starting to move the football a little bit, and if they're able to get in the end zone again, that'll be 2 straight touchdowns for them, and that may be able to revive their morale as a football team here. They trail 28-7. Maxey in the shotgun. He's back to throw. He's got room, airs it out up the sideline. It's up for grabs, and it is caught. What a catch by Marquise Knight. Oh, man. The ball got tipped in the air on the coverage there, and he caught it. What a play.
Right. He was in perfect position. I think he kind of, you know, knocked it up in the air, and once they came down, he actually caught the ball, but that was still perfect position by.
It looked like Micah Shepard might have gotten his hand on it a little bit, and then it was caught there by Marquise Knight. So they get the ball down to the 23-yard line, and that right there, 33-yard gain. So now, and under center, he hands it off Marquise Knight. He's got a little bit of blocking. He tries to dive in there. It gets down to the 19. There is yellow on the field on the gain of 4.
That's holding, so just take that back. Yeah.
So there's the holding call, and that'll bring the Gators back. See where the spot will be.
Spot of the foul, brother.
Sons against the Gators.
So ball's now at the 29-yard line, looking at a 1st and 16 for Vicksburg. Maxey fakes the handoff, short pass out left to Jacoby Smith. He gets around the edge, has the speed, getting down to the 10 and stripped out of bounds. And a big play there for the Gators, another first down. They are in the Raising Cane's red zone, and the Gators are knocking on the door of getting another touchdown, closing this lead a little bit more.
So just, they called them where they had 1 over 2, which means they had 2 receivers and only 1 defensive back over there. And that's a play they went to earlier in the game, and they just kind of went back to it right there. So it's just a simple adjustment of having 2 men over there instead of kind of 1 and a safety in the back. And, that'll take that play away quickly.
1st and goal for the Gators. 28-7, Terry in the lead. 6:39 to play in the ball game. Here's the run. He's got room. He's all the way in for another Vicksburg Gator touchdown. That right there was Cedric Blackmore, the senior. And that's another score for Vicksburg. And now they're getting a little closer to making a comeback here. They went down 28-0, and now it's their 2nd touchdown in a row. And now they're going to kick the extra point to try to make it 28-14.
So this is one of those moments where you just come together. You've had a player that's down, that seems as though he wasn't responsive. So it kind of messes with the psyche of the team right now. So you get to a point where you just kind of bring them together, kind of settle them down, because they're not focused right now. Who would be when you have one of your fellow teammates down? So you get focused and kind of close this game out.
The extra point is good. 28-14 is the score. The Bulldogs in the lead with 6.5 minutes to play in the ball game. And folks, Bulldogs are going to need to get back on the run here. And they went up 28-0, and now the Gators have been able to close the gap in just 6.5 minutes to go. Coach, what do the Bulldogs need to do?
Yeah, you just kind of settle your players down, right? You got to have a voice. Leadership steps up right here, whether that's from a coach or from a player, just kind of saying, players probably thinking about, what's happening with my teammate, what's happening here. And that's something that's weighing on their mind. So you got to find these moments where you just kind of talk to them. Don't step away from what you've been doing in the first 3 quarters right here. So just definitely return back there, but just kind of settling them down some and get back to the game plan.
28-14 the score. Back to receive. It's the Bulldogs. Got Chadarius Rogers is back deep to receive this one for Terry. Abel Gonzalez is the kickoff man. He'll make a little squib kick short. Tillman's going to pick it up. He's got a little room. He's got the blocking, but he ran right into the defense there and is stopped at the 40. That's where the Bulldogs get it. The Gators were trying to make a play where maybe it'll smack off the hands of a Terry Bulldog and maybe they can pick it up, but it just wasn't able to work there, and the Bulldogs get the ball at the 40.
Right, yeah. And you just want to make sure you get the ball. You don't care if you gain any yards or not. You just want to make sure you get it in your possessions right there. So that's a good job by special teams. And special teams to play, feel like a great night tonight where they've executed where they need to execute at.
Ball at the 40. You got 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Busby talking to his line, calling the play. He's got Rondé Baker to his immediate left. He will hand it off to Baker. Baker slices in, and his forward progress is stopped right there at that 41.
That's a penalty. We can't do it.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
I don't know what number that was. You can't come and just hit the pile like that, but that's okay. Gain of 1 right there. You want to go back and just kind of get your rhythm back going offensively.
Going to call the heat timeout. So official timeout here. We'll step aside. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW Network.
He got his head driven into the ground, so some kind of head thing, probably a concussion. Hopefully he's all good.
Once again, Vicksburg, the trial to the Magic City on next Friday night.
It was him.
The other two is Check it out.
Bulldogs with the football, 2nd down and 9. Twins to the right and 1 to the left. There's the snap. Handoff Jackson. Jackson trying to get around the edge, and he's caught. That's another gain of 1. As a matter of fact, I think he's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 9. And if you're the Bulldogs, you got to get more than that, because you're not really running the clock off the way you want to. I mean, you just had a heat timeout. They stopped the clock. Now they're running it again, but if you're looking at a 3rd down and 9, you got to move. You got to move the ball a little bit.
Yeah, again, it's all about settling your players down and just getting what you know, nickel and dime and getting yards.
Busby fakes it. No, he handed it off, and he faked the throw afterwards. And Jackson able to get past the 45 to the 46. And that's a gain of 5. And I believe the Gators called a timeout there.
Right, yeah.
So Vicksburg calls time to get that clock stopped at 4:48 to go in the ball game. Terry up on Vicksburg, but only about 2 touchdowns, and they're about to punt this football away. They gain 5, 4th down and 4. At this point, you got to punt the football away.
Yeah, you do. Regardless of those 2 touchdowns that happened, the defense has has played great tonight. Those are some, kind of plays and scored on. So be able to punt the ball like we've been doing. Don't step away from what you've been doing in the first 3 quarters. Punt the football and try to, pin them inside the 10-yard line.
Ball at the 46-yard line, and the Terry Bulldogs are going to have to punt this football away. Brady Busby will be the one to punt it away. And that's where it stands for Terry. 4th down and 4.
Right. Make sure you cover this football. You can't give them anything. Yeah. So make sure we cover the football. Once the ball is punt, make sure you cover it. If it doesn't, if the guy, the receiver catches it, the returner catches it.
Busby will punt the football. 4:48 to go in the game. Vicksburg trying to make this one interesting after going down 28-0. Trying to have a repeat of last year, but this would be last year plus more. They're only down 14 last year. They're down 28 earlier in that 3rd quarter.
They're trying to add some time back into the clock, maybe. I don't know what they're doing.
Get him in there.
Oh.
He puts the football away, and it looked like a little rough in the kicker action. They do call it, but it will bounce a Terry bounce there. It continues to roll, and it will stop at the 11. Do you really want to take that penalty?
Oh, absolutely. You want to take it because
Oh, yeah, you do. That's a 1st down.
That's a first down.
Never mind. That's a 1st down. Of course you take that penalty.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not running into the kickers. It's roughing the kicker. That's a 1st down. If it's running into the kicker,
I think Busby just realized the call, and now he knows he's back out as quarterback. The Bulldogs, that was a big mistake by Vicksburg there.
Right, yeah.
They had the Bulldogs where they kind of wanted them in a position where they get this football back and have enough time, maybe get a quick score on and cut it to 1-score game. But now the Bulldogs have a 1st down. They get 3 more downs here.
Yep. It's about finishing the game. So this is another part of character that you build with your team is, you learn how to get out over adversity. The other part is learning how to finish. That's another character trait that you want to see that happens on the back end once you start reading. So, definitely want to let them know, man, let's finish the game. Let's do the little bitty things right.
One receiver out right and one receiver out left, and it's Busby who's in the shotgun. Bulldogs up by 2 scores. They're trying to close the deal here at Memorial Stadium. Busby on the handoff. Baker, he'll dive in there and is down at the 46.
That was probably the smartest thing done by Vicksburg's defense because they actually just kind of pulled him to the ground instead of letting him, push the crowd.
Vicksburg calls timeout once again to stop this clock at 4 minutes and 27 seconds in the ball game. 28-14, Terry in the lead. Folks, I'd like to remind you that the South 78 football show comes on every week, and it is we film it at the Raising Cane's in Byron, Mississippi on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Post them on Thursdays. They're really interesting interviews we got with Coach Thigpen every week, and we also interview some players as well. Check out that show. Check out the whole channel, TSJW Network YouTube channel. Subscribe right now.
About this moment right here is it's in your corner, your Terry, because all you got to do is just run the football, take the time off the clock, and get first down.
Busby in the shotgun. There's a snap. That handoff's to McGee. McGee is being pressured. McGee able to get in the screen. He's able to spin, and he's down. That will be holding, most likely.
Yeah, they called it. The back judge called that right there. Receiver there. Let's see. I don't know if this is a spot foul or what. We got another player down. We got up.
So, folks, so I do believe they called holding on the play. We are only 8 subscribers short of 1,200 subscribers on YouTube. So, I'd love for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button to the TSJW Network YouTube channel. 4:17 to play in the game.
Should be able to hit that before you go off, right? Definitely. Hit subscribe.
Yeah. And Coach, this is a good opportunity for you to go ahead and tell our viewers about your podcast and where people can follow you.
Okay, all right. It is Transforming Lives podcast at Tony Kimball TV. Definitely, that's on YouTube, and we're sharing our story for others to live a transformed life.
Busby on the handoff, and McGee was hit immediately, and he fumbled. That's McGee's second fumble of the ball game. Who's got the football? Gators look like they have it, and they do. The referee signals that Vicksburg takes over the ball. McGee fumbled the football. That's his 3rd fumble of the season, 2nd tonight, and it is picked up by the Vicksburg Gators. And now the Gators revive themselves once again.
Was that not a penalty? That was not a face mask. And again, I guess they're closer to the action, but it sure looked like a face mask. But again, a little small adversity right here. But again, it's 3:40, 3:51. You want to make sure that you, again, the word is finish. Finish the game strong.
So ball's at the 35-yard line. The Gators have another opportunity. Will they be able to take advantage of it? Their last 2 possessions have been pretty good. Been touchdowns for them. So now you got Maxey in the shotgun. He's got it, hands it off, and Knight wrapped up. He'll get to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Right, yeah. It's about getting off the block right here, making the secure tackle. Again, it's the momentum is in our edge, even though there was a fumble right there. Again, they have to put up 2 scores in less than 3 minutes. So it's to our advantage. Just make the sound tackle and make it to the next play.
Maxey in the shotgun, twins to the left, one to the right. He's being chased. He hands it off to DeCorey Knight, who's hit a little bit. He's able to gain some more yards and go down at the 40. It's a gain of 5, 3rd down and 5. Clock continues to run, just over 3 minutes to play. Gators going to have to hurry up. They've got a clock that's running. They only have one more timeout remaining in the ball game to call.
They got one in the 2 minute. I think in 2 minutes. I think they're going to stop it there.
Maxey in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Maxey back to throw. Short pass right there to Jacoby Smith. Gets the 1st down and more. Pulled down at his knees. 47-yard line in Bulldog territory. That's a 1st down for Vicksburg. Now they're trying to get it moving quickly. Now just over 2.5 minutes to play. The energy's starting to be higher for Vicksburg. They don't have a whole lot of fans here, but the fans that are here are back in tune with the ball game. 2:30 to play. There's the handoff, and he's down. DeCorey Knight able to get a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. They're going to have to get back to this line again. And now at this point, your goal is to get into the end zone and then maybe get an onside kick there.
Right, yeah. But again, they got to get in the end zone first. So they got to do number 1 before they get to number 2. So we'll see what happens.
Twins to the left and right. Maxey back to throw. He's got room. He's got running room. He's going to run through the middle and slide at the 38. Smart play by Maxey. Just short of the 1st down marker, though. 4th down and 2. So what do you do here, Coach? Do you worry about that 1st down, or do you worry about trying to get in that end zone?
You got to get the 1st down first. Yeah, you're trying to get a 1st down.
It's 3rd down. So yes,
down.
you definitely try to advance this football. 3rd and 2. Maxey on the handoff, and that'll be a false start most likely. No, offsides on the Bulldogs! And that'll be a 1st down for Vicksburg. Oh, wow, automatic 1st down. Andy got the clock stoppage. 1 minute, 28 to play. 28-14, Terry in the lead.
That's a little small stuff that's happening right here. It would be great if you can take a timeout, but you can't do that now to kind of settle everybody down. I think they were trying to call a timeout.
Ball at the 34-yard line for Vicksburg in Terry territory. 1st down and 10. Clock is down a minute 12. Twins to the right and 1 to the left for Maxey. Maxey back to throw, and he got yellow on the field once again. And what's this call? Delay a game against Vicksburg. So now, clock will stop at a minute 2, 1st and 15. And even though you didn't want this doesn't affect you too bad.
You just want to make sure you finish. Don't give up a big play right here. You know they have to throw the ball. They'll be kind of wild to kind of run it right here, but you just never know.
Maxey sends a man in motion. Maxey, pass, incomplete across the middle. And there is yellow on the field. They're going to call interference on this play. Tillman celebrated the breakup of the pass, and they're going to call the pass interference on him, and that's going to be, in high school, is that a 10-yard penalty?
That's 15-yard.
15-yard penalty. And now you're back up to the 24 now.
All right. So what happens here in the umpire to their sideline made the call, and what you hear is you hear the coaching staff making noises and whatever, and that kind of influences him to throw the flag.
57 seconds to play.
Good job.
And sacked! Hydra Station brought you that one. Big play by Terry. And now Vicksburg's going to have to go in a hurry. That was Quintarius White getting in on that with his buddies getting the sack. Time continues to run. 35 seconds. Maxey fumbled it. Now he makes the pass down. Intercepted. Oh, it was right in his hands. He just dropped it. Micah Shepard nearly got that interception, and he just dropped the football. If he would have brought that in, that would be the ball game.
Absolutely.
He dropped it there.
Right. He needs to get push-ups right there. He needs to get 10 push-ups for dropping that interception. That's usually what we did on the sideline.
3rd and 14 now for Vicksburg. Clock is stopped at 30 seconds to play. Now at the 31. Maxey in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left and right. Maxey has a little time, makes the pass to the sideline. Oh, Marquise Knight! I guess he was stuck in the turf. And incomplete pass for Vicksburg. And now looking at a 4th down and 14, the Gators. They've got to convert on this play. You don't have much time remaining, even if you can get it in the end zone. But you got a 4th and 14, and you have an opportunity here.
Right, close it out. Give them this touchdown.
Maxey's fumbling it again. Short pass. Now a run from Knight Jr. Oh, and he fell over his own man, and I think he was just short of a first down.
That's it. Turnover on down. Get your offense out there. Steal this ball.
Wow.
Game over.
DeCorey Knight Jr. had room, and he tripped over his own man just 2 yards short of the first down, and the Bulldogs take over on downs, and they will win this football game and remain undefeated on the season. 4-0 the Bulldogs will go, and the defense stands strong. 28-14, 21 seconds to play, and the Bulldogs will down this one on out. And they will celebrate their victory, and you hope and you pray that Titus Henderson is doing okay. But as long as that's all right, it's all good in Bulldog land. They lead 28-14 with 21 seconds remaining, and they've got the football. They're just going to take a knee. The Gator fans are leaving their seats. And they will down the football. And the clock will run out. Bulldogs will advance to 4-0 on the season. Vicksburg will fall to 0-4. And the clock will run out. South 78. Holla! The Bulldogs get the win. 28-14 over the Vicksburg Gators. And they will head into next week as they host the Rams from Provine with an undefeated 4-0 record. And Coach, you close this game down. You don't like letting the 2 touchdowns go there in the 4th quarter there. But you got to be happy with the 28-14 road win over Vicksburg and the first time in Terry history beating Vicksburg.
Right. All it's about is wins. You know, right now that conversation you have with your players is, you know, we're excited about the victory. You don't harp about those 2 touchdowns. Also, you know, first win ever against Vicksburg.
Yep.
Congratulate them. And you just highlight all the good stuff that's happening right now. Once you get that Monday, you chew them out on why did we give up 14 in the second half. But right now we want to make sure it's celebratory and you know, keep them on a high note and be as positive as you can.
So the Terry Bulldogs complete the ball game with the win, and we'll officially announce the South Point Center player of the game for this week next week. But I do believe that it would have to be Rondé Baker.
Oh, right. Absolutely, yeah. He was doing a little math out here today. I think 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns.
He finished with 3 touchdowns on the ball game.
Yeah. So, hey, any day that you can score more than 1 touchdown is a great day.
Absolutely. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. The Terry Bulldogs finished the ball game with 28. Vicksburg Gators finished with 14. The Bulldogs defeat another 6A opponent back-to-back weeks, this time on the road. And now they head back home next week to host the Provine Rams as a 4-0 undefeated team. The Bulldogs start off 4-0 for the first time since 2018, and now you're about ready to get it going next week to have your best start since 2005. And so that's what you're looking to do if you're the Terry Bulldogs next week. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW network. Appreciate King Williams on the camera, doing a great job out there. Nettie Schulte doing the production here behind the scenes. Appreciate Coach Tony Kimball, of course, as our color analyst. And I'm Trellis Williams. This is Terry Bulldogs football on the TSJW network. Terry 28, Vicksburg 14. We out.
I know that the energy's not.